Today, let's talk about cash. Pera. Yo, what's up friends? Welcome back to this video. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Nicole. As you guys already know on this channel, I enjoy talking about money in the process of managing it. I find it so fun. And in a previous video, I actually shared how I manage my money in my 20s. And I said that my own personal finance system has 5 components. And for this video, I'm gonna get more specific. We're gonna talk about the cash flow part of that system. Essentially, how I manage my cold, hard cash. So the way I'm gonna do this, para mas organized tayo, first, I want to share some of my money rules. So these are the things that guide me, in the way I think about money, which affects how I manage it. And then I want to talk about all of the accounts I have that I use to manage my cash flow. So like, if you take a look at this thick-ass card collection, mamma mia, ang dami. And then I want to share the apps and the softwares that I use to manage this whole thing, my entire cash system. Hopefully, you learn some useful stuff in this video, that can help you level up the way you manage your money. Because it's such an important life skill, maybe not to the extent that I'm at, but sana can be a starting point for you guys who are beginners to learning how to manage your money. This video is also sponsored by Singlife, a mobile-first digital insurance company from Singapore that expanded here in the Philippines. With Singlife, you can actually buy insurance with your phone, which is super high-tech. They currently have an ongoing promo, which you can read more about in the description, but we'll talk more about them later. Okay, so let's start with my money rules. Some context about me, I'm currently a college student and I'm living with my parents. I am in no way a financial expert or like an advisor. I'm just a regular person who enjoys talking about money. The things that I say in this video may or may not be applicable to you. Remember that personal finance is a very personal thing. So ako, through my process of experimentation, these are the things that I've learned that has worked for me. But for you, you also have to experiment, and maybe cherry pick the things that I say so that you can apply it to your own system. So I want to share some of the fundamental ways I think about money that helps me manage it. First, I want to break the mukhang pera stigma. I know a lot of people are scared to talk about money-related topics kasi they're scared na magmumukha silang pera. Honestly, money is a very important topic. If we don't talk about it kasi, how will you learn how to manage it? And at the end of the day, money is not the end goal, It's just a tool. Money is just one aspect of life. Ang dami pang importanteng bagay sa buhay. But it's important that you learn how to manage this aspect of your life or else it will start to cause problem in other parts of your life. Next, I want to talk about the importance of thinking long-term, but also the concept of opportunity cost. In the time that we're living in right now, everything is instant gratification. We want instant results. We want instant, But it's really important to learn how to delay gratification, With opportunity cost kasi pag may 100 pesos kang gusto mong gastusin on something on Shopee, think, is this something that's worth your 100 pesos? What else could I do with this 100 pesos? Opportunity cost, we have limited stuff. So we need to think about where we actually spend the limited resources that we have. When you're managing your money, syempre, wag mo kuriputin sarili mo, but know that when you're managing your money, when you're saving, when you're investing, this is also you doing your future self a favor. Para kanina naman talaga yung tinatabi mo, diba? Para sa'yo rin yun. But of course, either extreme is bad. Pag sobra kang kuripot and set aside ka na lang, that you can't even enjoy it now, that's bad. But then also, pag sobra-sobra na yung gastos mo, like whatever that you have, you just blow it all away, that's also bad. Learn how to think long-term, but also give the space, to enjoy certain things in the short term. Third money rule, I want to avoid lifestyle inflation as much as possible until I really can justify it na. I know it can be super exciting, when you're finally starting to earn money or you're starting to earn more and more na. It can be tempting to spend more because you can finally afford it. But the personal rule I have for myself even if technically I can afford to spend more, do I actually want to start upgrading my cost of living? Is it sustainable for me to do so? Ganun pa rin yung concept of opportunity cost, because even though you get an extra 10,000 pesos a month, what else could you put that away to? And then the fourth money rule I have for myself is to keep things fun. I don't want to get to the point where I'm starting to feel like I'm depriving myself because of the way I manage my money. My goal is not to cut back and minimize every single thing. The reason why I'm managing my money properly is so that I can find more ways to afford the things that I want. I'm not a fan of being kuripot. I see myself as an intentional spender. I don't mind splurging at all, as long as it makes sense for me to spend. There's no one right or wrong way to spend money. We all have our luxuries. If something is important for you, then fine, go spend money on it. It's important to make room for guilt-free spending. When it comes to handling your money, budgeting probably comes to mind. And for some people, budgeting is a very yucky word, like, yuck, budgets, ayoko niyan. But to simplify things, budgeting is just a process of creating a plan on how you're gonna spend your money. How are you gonna allot it? Paano mo siya chop-chopin? Where are you gonna put your money? And the amount of money you're managing doesn't even matter. If you can't manage 1,000 pesos, how will you manage 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million? Diba? No matter what, whether it's big or small, everyone needs to learn how to budget. And I shared this before, but for my money system, every single peso I own has a job. So there are 4 types of jobs: income, save, invest, and spend. For this video, let's focus more on the spend job. I don't have like a super detailed budget because I'm still a student. I don't have that much financial obligations. But what I like to do is to divide it into 2 main categories: needs and wants. And the way I manage my wants, simple lang. I have a 10,000 peso free to spend limit per month. So I'm not allowing myself to spend more than 10,000. Let's say, for example, this month I only spent 5,000 pesos. Yung 5,000 na hindi ko ginastos, I actually roll it over to next month, meaning I can spend 15,000 next month. But if it so happens na 11,000 yung ginastos ko this month, I can only spend 9,000 next month. Ganun. Easy rule, para easy to follow. And in addition to this, I also have sinking funds. Ito yung mga separate na pinag-iupunan ko na talaga. So I have a want list kasi whenever I want things, I usually put it in that list to give myself time to think, do I really want to push through with this purchase? And then I also have a travel fund and then a hobby fund, sinking funds. And then the other category is the needs. So ito yung living expenses. Under this, yung mga bills like phone bill, Netflix, Spotify, and other subscriptions. Meron din yung mga legal side of things, taxes. So if you can see, insurance in my money system is part of my spend category. I know I haven't talked much about insurance yet because I'm a beginner in this topic, but still it's important to understand how it works. Once again, this video is sponsored by Singlife, but first, let's start with the basics. What is an insurance? Simply put, insurance is a form of protection. There's a lot of different types of insurance. There's health insurance, life insurance, car insurance, but all of this insurance do exactly the same thing. If you own an insurance policy, let's say for example, car insurance, then you have to pay a small monthly premium. This is like your monthly insurance bill that you need to pay for in order for your car to be insured. And let's say you're driving happily, but unfortunately, you get into an accident and then your car is wrecked. Lagot, malaki ang gastos to pay for repairs, diba? But it's okay, don't panic. Because you have insurance, the insurance company is actually gonna help you pay for the repair cost. So the purpose of insurance is to protect you from being forced to empty out all of your savings, sell your investments, or worse, mangutang, whenever bad things like hospitalizations or accidents like this happen. A big misconception with insurance is when people view it as sayang pera or as a form of investment. I think of insurance as an expense now because when you say something is an investment, you expect to profit from it. You expect my ROI. But with insurance, it's not the case. Insurance is a form of protection. It's not a way to make money. It's a necessary small expense, and what you're doing is you're paying for a peace of mind. You're paying for a safety net. This is a super simplified way of understanding how insurance works. I can still make a separate video. But of course, not all insurance policies are made equal. Before you actually go out and buy whatever insurance ang ibenta sa'yo, you first need to assess, what kind of insurance do you actually need? Diba I said there's lots of different types of insurance? You can insure your car, but you can actually also insure yourself. One of the products of Singlife is cash for income loss, which you can find in GCash. We've been talking a lot about how to manage your money, but given the past few years and also the pandemic, one thing we've hopefully realized by now is that yung pinakadelikado mangyari talaga is when you lose your source of income, especially when you're the breadwinner or you have other people depending on you and your source of income. This product is a way to insure you. It's designed to replace your monthly income para in case hindi ka makapagtrabaho because you got sick, you got into an accident, you're permanently disabled, or worse, knock on wood, if you pass away, meron ka pa ring temporary source of income that you can use to support your family. What this product provides is a monthly cash benefit that replaces your income for the next 3 years. Tapos meron din siyang cash bonus worth 2 times your income at the end of the payout. What I like about this product is that it's accessible. You just need to open your GCash app, go to G-Insure, and in just a few taps, you can already buy and manage your policy. You don't need to talk to an agent na, there's not a lot of paperwork, hassle-free siya. It's also nice because mababa lang yung premium pero malaki na yung coverage. Let's say for example, 30,000 pesos yung monthly income mo, 241 pesos lang ang premium tapos 1.14 na ang benefit mo. Comprehensive din yung coverage niya. It covers a wide range of causes and conditions that other insurance companies don't typically cover. And you can take advantage of their limited promo because Singlife is giving a free 3-month accident insurance coverage worth 100,000 pesos. And all you have to do is to get a quote for cash for income loss, which is super easy. It's usually hard to take the first step in buying insurance, but for this, there's no need to actually purchase it yet. You can just get the quote first, but you have an idea of how much it will cost to ensure the safety of your family. So, yeah. Okay, now I want to talk about my accounts. I have a lot because I like to experiment. I like to open a new account so that I understand how to use the platform better, but also get a better idea of my options, Ano ba yung mga bank na maganda? Ano ba mga credit cards na maganda? And then I'll cut out what I don't like. I have so much cards. I just realized how much cards I have. It's insane. I also like having multiple accounts to help me separate my money, depending on what I intend to use it for. Ang hirap kasi to have one account lang, tapos all of the money is there. It can get tempting to spend. So for me, I have multiple accounts, and whatever money is there, it's easier for my brain to understand, like, okay, this money is for that purpose. I'm only allowed to spend it for this. Alright, so there are 4 categories for my cash flow accounts: banks, digital banks, e-wallets, and credit cards. Let's go through each of them. First, yung mga banks ko, these are usually meant for me to receive payment. So I have BDO, BPI, and Unionbank. I tried Metrobank and Security Bank before, pero medyo malayo kasi yung mga branches nila. BDO, I have a passbook account there, meron din ako yung debit card. BDO is a big bank. I've had a BDO account since I was younger, but nothing special. Their app, okay lang, medyo buggy minsan, but BDO is BDO. Then we have BPI, also a big bank. I have a debit savings there, 2,000 pesos yung maintaining balance. And then for Unionbank, I have a PlayEveryday savings account. What I use Unionbank for talaga is for my crypto transactions. BPI BDO is not a very crypto-friendly bank, but Unionbank is. I didn't need to go to the branch na. Like, I opened this account on my phone, mga 5 minutes lang, I filled up the application forms. Tapos yung debit card, pinadala na lang nila dito sa bahay. And I think that's the most wow experience. Because usually, di ba sa banks, you have to go to the branch to apply for an account. What's nice with this account is that wala siyang maintaining balance, pero you have to pay 500 pesos annual fee every year. But if you're able to keep them at least 10,000 pesos in your account, then wala kang kailangan bayaran na annual fee. And maganda rin yung app nila. I think out of the 3 banks that I own, Unionbank is my favorite. Yung interface niya, maganda. So now let's go to my digital banks. I think I have almost every digital bank available. I've made videos about high-interest savings account. And the reason why I have it is because regular savings accounts, ang liit ng interest na binibigay nila. I think right now it's 0.0625%. That doesn't even keep up with inflation. But with high-interest savings account, you're actually able to get 2.5 to 4% interest per year. Okay lang naman to open multiple because there's no minimum maintaining balance. First, for CIMB, I have Upsave, GSave, and the Fast account. For Upsave and GSave, yung base interest rate nila is like 2.1% yata per annum. Tapos for my Fast account, I have the CIMB debit card right here. Next, ING, maganda yung app nila, very reliable. 2.5% per annum yung kanilang interest rate. Tapos may debit card din, yung ING Pay account nila. I feel like ING is the most reliable. Sila yung pinakamababang downtime. I made an entire video about ING here. You guys can check that out. After ING is Komo. So this is a bank by East West. They have an ongoing promo right now that your money earns 4% per annum. And then lastly, Tonik. I keep my money here for their time deposit. Kasi yung promo rates nila right now, if you keep your money locked up sa time deposit nila, it's 6% per annum. I see a lot of complaints about Tonik, about how buggy their app is, how yung system nila minsan down, minsan nag-transfer floating. But in my experience at least, the only thing that I use there is the time deposit. 6% per annum is pretty good ah. And then for my e-wallets, I have GCash, PayMaya, Coins.ph, GrabPay, and PayPal. The one that I use the most is probably GrabPay. And what I do kasi is that I like to top up my GrabPay wallet with my credit card, and then I use the GrabPay card to pay for my online purchases para double points. Then for my credit cards, I actually made a separate credit card 101 video right here. Citibank Grab Card, Citibank Rewards, I have BDO Visa Classic, and then BPI Gold. For all of these credit cards, the reason why I have a lot is that they also have a lot of promos. And then I also have these cards. This is not a credit card, it's a Crypto.com Visa card. Prepaid card siya actually, and it allows me to spend my crypto. But ang maganda sa card na ito, this is the one that I use now, yung green. I actually get 3% cashback on all of the spend, and meron din akong free Spotify. You guys can check this video out to learn more about this one. Ang dami kong accounts, no? So now I want to share the apps and the software that I use to help me manage all of this. And the 2 main tools that I use to manage everything is Google Spreadsheets, tapos yung Wallet by Budget Bakers. So before Google Spreadsheet lang talaga ako, spreadsheet everything. With Google Spreadsheets, what's nice is that it's bare bones, but it's super customizable. You can essentially build a system there, no? Kung gusto mo expense tracker, kung gusto mong budget tracker. I actually made a tutorial here about how I track my expenses with Google Sheet. And recently for the expense tracking part, I actually moved to an app called Wallet by Budget Bakers. I have a widget right here na allows me to automatically record my expenses. Ganun siya. Tada! I really like it because I can create templates for recurring types of transactions. I can also organize my transactions by assigning categories to it, creating labels, no? I think I can create a separate video on how I set up Wallet, no, to track my expenses. I've been talking for a while. Hopefully, nakatulong to sa pag-level up ng finance powers nyo. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.